All right, welcome to our first ever kids ministry leadership podcast, communication, email, video, whatever, text, whatever, however you get this information. That's the important thing. And we did some asking around recently, and one of the things that we were asked was and asked to do is, hey, could you just keep us up to date a little bit more with what's going on, and that might help us feel like a little bit more part of a team together. And so I thought, why don't I just start doing this little monthly podcast thing so that maybe I can bring everybody up to speed and really tell some stories and let everybody know what's going on. So I thought I'd do that today. We're going to do this as quickly as possible because I know you don't want to stay on these kind of things very long. But I think they're important for us as a team to be together, okay? First of all, just want to say thank you for serving with us. Thank you for being a part of this. Obviously, we could not do children's ministry without our volunteers and our team members. You're not just a volunteer, by the way. You're part of a team reaching kids for the next generation. I don't know if you realize the importance of what you do. The heart behind what you do. We're not just trying to fill spaces with warm bodies. We're trying to get people who will come alongside with us and say, we join you, we understand, we're on the same page, same team as you, and we're trying to do the same thing that you're doing, okay? So that's how we're going to work on this together, okay? Just a quick word on that, by the way. Did you know that the most recent statistics say that between 2 and 7%, and you say 2 and 7, that sounds weird, 2% of parents total across the United States have a biblical worldview. Only 2%. Can you believe that? And the 7% are those who are professing born-again believers. So only 7% of born-again believers actually possess a biblical worldview. That's pretty crazy and nutso to me. And so what we are trying to do as a ministry is partner with parents to reach them, honestly, trying to partner with them to reach their kids. But we've got to help parents understand what a biblical worldview is and how combining so many different worldviews together, which is what most of them end up doing, doesn't help their kids have a biblical worldview. So our task is big. It really is. But this is what I'll say. The Lord has given us an incredible opportunity to reach kids and families, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick to the plow, and we're going to do our best to give everything we've got every week, every day, really, to reaching those kids, okay? So beforehand, one of the things I want you to understand and want to do is I just want to kind of give you up to date, keep you up to date on what's going on within our kids ministry, and even in our church at large, if there are some things that are going on that I think you ought to be aware of and know about, and that I can even share on this, okay? First of all, some really good news. Our average attendance, you've probably noticed this, is up. Since we've come back from the summer into the fall, we are averaging more than we averaged all of last year. So, which is, if somebody ever asks you how many kids you're running, just so you know, right now we're averaging on Sunday morning over 300 kids, which is phenomenal. We haven't done that in several years. And then if you want to add the preschoolers into that, we're well over 500 preschool and elementaries every Sunday. And so, man, that's a lot of kids, and that takes a lot of people, a lot of team members to come alongside us and minister to them, because obviously we are not doing childcare on Sunday mornings. We are doing ministry, and it's the most important thing we could do. Did you know that most people don't know this, but for a child to come to know the Lord, most of the time, it happens before the age of 13 by a long shot. Almost 70% of all the people who come to know the Lord before they go to middle school. So if we don't reach them before middle school, we're not going to reach them. That's why it's so important that we reach those over 500 children that God has blessed us with. So thanks for being faithful. Thanks for always being here and being here on time, helping us with a great attitude, even though I know it can get stressful. Thank you for that. I do want to update you on the change of Sunday morning plans, what we have done. Some of you have noticed this. If you come at 9:15, you may not have noticed it. But we had been doing a 9:15 large group worship and 11 o'clock small group time. And we just decided to change things up a little bit. And so now we are doing 2 large group worship times, one at 9:15 and one at 11. You say, well, what if a child is staying for 2 hours? Do they have to do both? No, we have two classes that operate, a younger kids and an older kids class that operate as a small group for those who are taking or are here for the second hour at 11 o'clock. They've already been kids worship. So we do have that second option for them, and it's been a fun thing to see Allison teach the youngers and Dennis teach the older kids, and it's been a really good thing. I also want to let you know that our Joy Ministry has expanded. You probably know that the school built a brand new building on the back side of the property called the Pathways Building. It has Rick Calloway's name on it, but it is a Pathways building that is used during the week by the school. We are partnering with them on Sundays, hopefully on Wednesdays in the future, to be able to use that building because they have some resources in there that help us as a special needs ministry, our Joy Ministry, from a basic room that our kids can go in and be able to really that's designed just for them. Let me put it that way. But they also have other classroom space, so we can expand down there. We've started meeting over there about 3 weeks ago, and our kids love it. They do get bused over, which they love, a little bus ride around the church over to kids worship, still joining us for that. But it is a very good space for us. It's better than meeting in a room that just wasn't designed for them. Also, starting this Sunday through the month of October, you're going to see outside of the kids' theater, you'll see tables with resources on them. I've decided to take all of the books that I've had and accumulated through almost 30 years of ministry and give them away. We have so many books that we've had on bookshelves, and you can see some behind me. These are basically the ones that I've kept that are behind me. There's so much on digital resources now, but really and truly, I just decided those resources are doing no one any good sitting in boxes or sitting on my shelf. So I wanted to give those away to you. And so they're on tables. Stop by there, pick some up. This Sunday, you'll have first dibs at it. To be able to pick through and grab them. You don't have to bring them back. If you're done with them, give them to somebody else, or you can keep them for your library. It doesn't matter to me. Just wanted you to know they're out there. They're a blessing. They've been a blessing to me. Hopefully they'll be a blessing to you. Also, just a couple quick things. Resources are available, but then also this Sunday is our Jumpstart class. We have Jumpstart the very first Sunday of every month, and you may not know this, but Miss Cindy teaches this class down on our older kids' end of the hallway every month. The first Sunday of the month, she teaches it. We limit it to only 5 kids and their parents, and almost every month is full. Every month we have kids going through Jumpstart and then getting baptized. And as I get to those points, I hopefully will be able to let you know even more details about that and who is getting baptized, just so you'll know that are things that are coming up. Okay. Also, a volunteer recruitment month. We as a church are doing this through the month of October, starting about halfway through the month of October into the 1st of November. Our specific day will be the 26th of October, that we will have people out on the Main Street, hopefully collecting hordes of people who say they want to be a part of this. This is where I just want to reach out to you and ask you as a leader. There's no better recruiter than you, people who are doing it. Would you join us and start reaching out to people and talking to people and saying, hey, look, could you be interested in joining us as we reach the next generation? Now, it doesn't do very good for you to go, listen, I'm about to die in here. Can you help me? And that probably doesn't recruit too many people to stay very long. But if you were to tell them that we're reaching the next generation, that's what we're doing, and we are making a difference, then invite them to come and be a part of this with you. That would help me so much. And they can either stop by the booth and let them know that that's what they want to do, or they can reach out to me. You can give them my cell phone or my email to be able to do that. At the end of this month, we have Family Fest on that same day, by the way, the 26th of October. Big day. Also, those of you who have Lizzie as your leader, her birthday is that day. And also, let me look back on this, but I believe, Saturday, the 11th of October is also Miss Sarah's birthday. So if you see her or on Sunday around that day, please wish both of them a happy birthday, okay? The 26th of October is Miss Lizzie, who is our director for Wednesday night midweek kids. And the 13th of October, 11th of October is Sarah's, who is our director over our Sunday morning kids worship space. She's also our assistant children's ministry director too. So reach out and let them know how much you appreciate them. They've done a fantastic job. I love them being a part of our team. But let me talk to you about Family Fest real quick. On the October 26th, I would love for you guys and ladies to be a part of Family Fest, whether that means you are do a trunk and hand out candy. I would love for you to do that. Make sure you let us know if that's something you think you could do. Let us know and sign up for that. We'll make sure we reserve a space for you. There are other ways that you can volunteer too. You can volunteer by helping us with inflatables. You can help us with greeting at the tents. There's lots of other places that you could help us do too, by parking, directing traffic, all these other things. Listen, there's always something for you to do. We want you to do it. And here's the deal. There's a little surprise coming that you'll find out about real soon. That if you, as a leader, want to volunteer at Family Fest, we have something that we're going to give to you. Now, it's a surprise that's coming. I'm just telling you. But I think it'll be something that you could be excited about. And it will be something that will be beneficial to you and your family. I think it'll be really cool. So, not going to tell you what it is. It's a little bit of a surprise coming soon. But go ahead and plan on volunteering in some way. Let us know you're available. I'd love for you to do a trunk. That would be fantastic. The more trunks, the better. That means we're giving more candy to kids, and we're getting more FaceTime in front of kids, being able to see them and their families. So let's make sure we do that. A couple places I want you to mark your calendars. November the 23rd is our Thankful Breakfast, so make sure that you're here for that day. Even if that's not on your normal schedule to serve, stop by. We're doing our annual Thankful Breakfast for you. It's always yummy. It's always good. It's just one way of us on that week of Thanksgiving, just before Thanksgiving, to be able to say thank you to you. Also, let me say this. This doesn't have anything to do with children's ministry, but since my wife Joy is our women's ministry director here, I do want to say this. If you haven't signed up to be a part of and go on our women's retreat on November the 14th through the 16th, up at the Cove in North Carolina mountains near Asheville, good night. Why not? If money's an issue, then reach out to Joy. Let her know you'd like to go, but maybe could you get a little help? We'll do whatever we can to help you go, because having Whitney Cap speak there will be phenomenal. You don't want to miss it. I know, I've seen the planning. I know what she's putting into it. I know what her team's putting into it. They're doing a great job, and it'll be something that you do not want to miss. Okay? Now, let me give you this. This is something that I think I want you to know that you're part of our family, right? And I'd love to share with you just some prayer requests, ask you to pray for me and my family for certain things as they come up, so you can. So here goes. For Joy, I'm going to ask you that you pray for her as she and her team prepare for this retreat. It's a lot to prepare for a one-day event like Family Fest, but it is a lot to prepare for a full retreat. So would you pray for her and her team as they put together, and pray that the Lord sends whoever the ladies that need to be there, that He will send them all there to be there. Also, she's got another speaking engagement coming up weekend to some teenage and high school girls. If you would pray for her in that way too, that would be great. I know she'd appreciate it. Pray for Carrie Ann. She is a junior in high school. I know you see her on Sunday mornings a couple times as she helps Sarah, and she's a part of the kids worship leadership team there. But she's a junior in a high school. I can't believe it. She's been serving with me as long as she's been able to walk. But we are in the process now of starting to talk about colleges, starting to talk about grades and how that affects anything in her life. And so would you just continue to pray for her and us as we have wisdom as we begin that road of colleges. Speaking of roads, she's driving now, so you can always pray for her as she's driving, okay? And then for me personally, listen, I ask you to pray for me as I continue to seek the Lord on how best to equip and reach our families. Listen, right now our families are so busy. Things are out there to distract them from everything, and I want to do everything I can to equip them. I gave you that statistic earlier about the 2 or 7% of families have a biblical worldview. It is part of my passion to help families operate with this biblical worldview, that everything they do, they see it through the lens of Scripture, and that is how they raise their kids, because that's the only way their kids are going to grow up really understanding the gospel, understanding what God has in store for them. And that's not an easy task, by the way, trying to figure out how best to equip parents. They're just so busy. So finding time to do that, whether that's through a podcast, and if that's something that you're a parent and you say, hey, that would really be good if you do something like that for us, then maybe we could figure something else out. But listen, let me know how we can do and what we can do to continue to reach families. If you have an idea, I think that would be great. Also, just something to pray for us about, something we think is pretty cool, is Joy and I, this is our 25th anniversary year, coming up November the 18th is our anniversary. And so I am thrilled that Joy and I get to celebrate that. Thank you again for today. I hope that this has been helpful. It's kind of gotten you up to date on things going on in our kids ministry, things going on in my life personally, things going on in some of our directors' lives from their birthdays, and what's going on at our church. We've got so much going on that sometimes we can get out ahead of it and forget to tell you about it. So that's what we want to do. We want to make sure you're always up to date. If you have any questions or anything that we can answer, you can reach out to me personally through my cell phone. You can text me or email me here at the church, or you can also reach out to Laura, my assistant here at the office, Laura Wren. Email her too, and ask any questions. All right. Hope this has been helpful. If it has, then let me know. If there's something else that we could do to even make our communications with you even better, then continue to let me know. Remember, what you do matters. You coming on Sunday mornings, being a part of our team, it matters for eternity. Don't forget that. We love you, and we'll see you soon.